Hey guys, welcome to Holistic Mojo. I'm Sahara Lee and this is your Spirit Mojo. So today I want to talk to you about manifestation and specifically about vision boards. So if you've never heard of a vision board before, it is a way of creatively expressing what you're trying to call into your life. The very first time I ever did a vision board was at my chiropractor's office in San Francisco. He held an event, a vision board making event, and it seemed like a brilliant thing. Seemed cool, so I decided to go. And I had no real idea of what it was. It was my very first time. And they provided all of these magazines. So just like collections of magazines and different types of media, and then glue, scissors, poster board. And we started off with a meditation where we kind of connected in to ourselves and what we were looking for in life. And then we were just let loose with this pile of media to dig through. And they told us, whatever calls you, even if you don't know why it's calling you, just rip it out. Just rip the whole page out and keep moving. So we were given, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes or so to kind of dig through everything to get started. And I'm going around the room and flipping through magazines and newspapers and things like that and ripping stuff out. And I keep picking up this one thing. I pick it up. It's like a strong draw towards it. I pick it up and I'm like, oh, it's a map. And I put it down. Like, I don't need a map. This happens, I'm telling you, like 15 times before I finally was like, okay, what are you trying to tell me, map? So I opened the map up and it is a map of where I was born. Now, I wasn't born in California where I was doing this vision board workshop. I was born in upstate New York, and it was a very specific map to my family, which is the Adirondack Park in upstate New York, which is where I currently live with my family. So it was amazing synchronicities that were happening because I was listening. Well, I didn't listen the first 15 times, but I listened on number 16, and that was the important thing. And that became the backdrop of my entire vision board. So vision boards can be incredibly fun and magical to make. And if you like crafting or any type of artistic expression, this is also a great way. I have friends who draw them, paint them, but I love the collage idea. And it's hard to come across just piles and piles of magazines. So when I'm doing this on my own, what I do these days is get an idea of what my intention is. And then I just start throwing keywords, like words that would have something to do with it, or might have something to do with it, or like remotely have something to do with it, into Google, and I click the images section, and then I just see what pops up. And I scroll through just like I was flipping through a magazine. And when I find an image that I'm drawn to, I copy it and paste it onto my desktop. Put all that into a Word document, kind of shrink them down so that it's reasonable, and then print that up. And then get started with cutting things out and pasting and all of that jazz. So I'm gonna share with you my most recent vision board so you can have a better idea of what I'm talking about and get that visual of it so that you can go off and do it on your own. And I will tell you a little bit more about what I was searching for and what I was looking for while I was making the vision board. All right, so I had so much stuff, and I had a small piece of paper, a small poster board that I was working with. So it ended up being double-sided, which I think is really cool because I'm gonna put it up hanging from one of its corners so that it kind of spins and I get to look at it every day. So we're gonna look at one side, and right in the center, we've got this kind of flower of life, sacred geometry thing going on. And I really wanted to bring in more spirituality, more connection to self and connection to just the universe, to my highest self, to my guides, to the energy of all that is. I wanted to add more of that to my life. And I don't remember what I was searching when this came up, but it popped up. I'm in the process of moving to Stockholm, so most of the things I literally typed in, like yoga Stockholm, apartment Stockholm. So that I could actually bring in the energy. So directly below, let's go directly below, is a fireplace. It's a Swedish fireplace, and it's a very common type of Swedish fireplace. It's beautiful. They have the most gorgeous fireplaces there. And I would love to have a fireplace in my apartment where I live. So that was on there. Next to it, a big clawfoot tub. That, of course, is a manifestation for a clawfoot tub. It's pretty self-explanatory. So I was putting in a lot of things that I wanted in my apartment or in the place that I'm living so that I could start calling that in. So when you look up above that, we've got a woman doing Pilates on a Pilates reformer. I want to make sure I'm doing lots of physical activity. I love Pilates, but I liked this picture that came up because she has a very flexible back. And I've struggled over the last few years with some spinal injuries. So I'm manifesting a really healthy spine, lots of flexibility in my life, and just an overall healthy, fit, comfortable to live in body. Right next to that is a picture from an apartment. Again, I would put in like apartment Stockholm. So I think it was probably off of some type of ad for a vacation rental, but it was beautiful because I do want music, and there's a fireplace there, there's books, there's plants, all the things that I want. And then those two are actually sitting on top of a picture, and you can only kind of see the greenery of that picture that's in the back, which was a massage table with just like a massive amount of green foliage around the massage table. I'd love to have a practice room in my house where I can have my integrated wellness practice and just be supporting people in a really lush, comfy, cozy environment. So that is what is behind that. Above that is a picture of Stockholm at sunset. To the right of that, kind of taking up a little bit of space, a little real estate at the top, is a picture of some of the Swedish money, Swedish kroner. And then below that, you're gonna see the green, red, gold, blue with kind of a sun in the center. And that is to represent the 4 seasons, also an aspect of Ayurveda. So I was pulling in Ayurveda stuff. I, just put out the words Ayurveda into the search and printed out whatever photos meant something to me, and that really meant something to me. I had some space to fill under there. So under that is a picture that came from a yoga studio somewhere in Sweden. Again, I just posted, yoga Sweden, yoga Stockholm. And it was some cherry blossoms in a candlelit yoga studio. So that is what is there. Top right corner, we've got a circle of women because I really want to create a community of strong, mindful, spiritual women who are connected to each other and connected to themselves. Below that is a picture of someplace in Sweden, and there's actually behind the coffee, there's people hiking. So I want to be out and really using all that Sweden has to offer as far as outdoor space. Then we've got a cardamom bun and a cinnamon bun and coffee, because Sweden has this beautiful ritual of what they call fika, which is essentially getting together with friends and having a coffee and having some pastries. And I love it. It's very comfy and cozy and connected. And I want to have lots of fikas with people. Below that is an apartment. So again, just pulling things that I want. I want lots of books. I want a cozy place to read. I want lots of light. Below that is, again, some Swedish money. And below that are dancers, because I want to, again, be in my body, but I'd like to be expressing myself through dance and movement once again. So if we flip it over, we've got a lot of green. I was really trying to pull in as much green as possible and as much serenity. So again, smack dab in the center, I put that lotus candle. I want to be living in beautiful candlelight with a nice sacred connection, which is exactly why to the right of that, you see a temple with a bunch of candles and Buddha statues. So I want my home, when I tell people what I want my home to feel like, I want it to feel like a temple. I want it to be a place that I can come and heal and grow, and a place that I can share with others as a safe place to come and heal and grow. So that was very important to me. Below that, we've got more manifestation of beautiful, open, sunny, cozy living space with a hanging chair because I am an aerialist, so I do have hanging apparatuses typically in my homes. And so that was there specifically for that hanging apparatus. To the left of that on the bottom, this is an actual picture of rooftop yoga in Stockholm that I put on there because I want to be teaching yoga again and just being active and outside and sharing my gifts and sharing space with other people. Right above that is an actual spa, which I need to Google again because I want to work here. I want to finish a massage shift and be like, I'm gonna go get in the sauna and look out the window at that beautiful, beautiful view. So I need to re-Google that and figure out where that was and send them my resume. Because that, mark my words, folks, I'm either gonna be working there or chilling there or both. So check back. Bottom left corner, we've got the gorgeous, gorgeous Swedish forest. One of my favorite things about Sweden is the forest. So it was important to me to have lots of outdoor aspects in my vision board so that I am getting outside. And it was kind of nice. It wasn't necessarily something I was thinking of, but I did notice that a couple of times pictures I were drawn to were of a man and a woman. So I'm single now. I'm not necessarily interested in being in a relationship, but I liked the idea that I would be open to it and might be sharing some of these experiences with a partner eventually. So above that is just a beautiful Swedish lake. Sweden is covered in water, so I have a fear of lakes and ponds. I'm not a big fan. So I'm working on getting more comfortable with dark water. The ocean doesn't bother me. You can put me in the middle of the ocean and I'm like, I know there's sharks and everything around me, no issue. Put me like ankle deep in a pond and I've got all sorts of heebie-jeebies. So Sweden's full of dark water. It's very rusty. It's full of a lot of iron and minerals. So I'm working on getting comfy with that. Above that is just some peace, me laying on a rock, chilling out. To the left, we've got just music on the brain. I've been a singer my whole life. I've been a songwriter and I want to get back into inhabiting that aspect of myself more. And then above that is actually like a lamp, I think, that I cut out from somewhere else and I put it on top of her as if she had a crown. More art. Obviously, you can see there's a lot of creative energy I'm trying to call in. I want to be doing painting and movement and music, any type of art, essentially, I want to be doing. In the top left corner is a picture of Stockholm. I know exactly where that is. And I have feelings around that place where, just happy thoughts. So when it popped up, I was like, ooh, I know that street. So that is on there. We move to the right at the top, theta healing. I'm a theta healer. I want to be doing more theta healing, calling a lot more of that healing work into my business. Below that, again, you guys see, I really want that tub. It's important to me. I need to be able to soak. And then over to the right, in that upper right corner is like my dream. I don't want to water all these plants. I want somebody else to come in and water all these plants, but I want to live in a place that has all of this plant energy and fresh air and just coziness. So that is my vision board right now, my most recent one. And I hope you guys have enjoyed me telling you all the things I'm dreaming up right now. But it's so fun and easy to make, and you can kind of just go through little by little. You know, you've got some extra time during your work day. You want to kill some time instead of getting on Facebook and whatnot. Go ahead and pop onto, Pinterest or Google Images, you can even find a lot of stuff on Instagram. I've really tried to make my Instagram feed only positive things, only things that are helping me strive and grow. So I've really weeded out a lot of stuff that's not inspirational, that doesn't inspire me to heal or grow or get me excited. So you can even, screenshot that, throw that into a file. It doesn't have to be something that you sit down to do like I did. But it can be something that you kind of are slowly doing over a month or so. I mean, we're headed into hibernation, so this is a great opportunity to do that. So yeah, that's vision boarding. It's a very long explanation of it, but I do think that it's a great, fun way to do it. So I wanted to share the whole process with you. Maybe one of these days when I'm doing one, I'll do kind of like a little montage video so you can see the whole process. And yeah, I'll definitely be doing these in Sweden and workshop style once I get there. So if you're in Sweden, come and join me. Maybe we can even, I don't know, do it online at some point. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you've got any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. Love to hear from you guys. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you all soon.